Well, g'day. I'm Keeonra from Keeonra Music. Welcome to another live stream. Thanks for hanging out with me. Now we're just going to sort of do some stuff for the next hour and see if music has been made. You will have to excuse me a little bit. I woke up this morning with a bit of a sore throat. So I'm definitely coming down with something. I spent the best part of the day resting in bed. Hope it's nothing too serious, but I have got some lovely fluids here. That's what the doctors usually says, drink lots of fluids of the medicinal kind to make my throat better. Honey's good for throats, apparently. Yes, it is. All right. So, if you're here and in the chat, say g'day. That'll be nice. If you're watching the replay, hope you enjoy this. There's a likey and subscribey and the clicky bits and the ringing of the cowbell all below. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, you're in for a treat. No, but maybe. What I do is all sorts of things, but at the moment I'm doing live streams of just the work that I'm doing at the moment to get more practice, to learn to become a better musician, a better composer, and perhaps next year, that's what I'm preparing for, next year is to start putting forward some music into sync licensing and sync music for libraries, for film and television and that sort of thing. See what happens, you never know. It could turn out to be something good. I do write and produce my own songs and I've got one or two things on Spotify and stuff. Again, the links are in the description below. But this is part 6 of a challenge regarding this picture here, which was an inspiration from the QTube. Again, the links are in the description below. To give some inspiration to write a piece of music. And at the same time, I'm also doing how to write trailer music, which is a course by Thinkspace Education. It's an amazing course. I'm loving every second of it. Part of a Discord community as well for the course. It's really, really good. It is so thorough, so interesting, and I'm learning lots and I'm putting it into practice, and this is what this practice piece is that we've been working on for the last 6 episodes. And a lot of the instruments have come from, I'll get it right one day, 8DIO. There are some other libraries, but 8DIO are having a sale at the moment. They're spring into summer sale. Everything is under $100. And if you haven't heard of 8DIO's libraries, I think they are some of the better, I don't think there's any best libraries, but there's some of the better libraries that the strings sound so real. I've used lots of different libraries. I do have lots of different libraries, and different libraries give you different sound, different timbres, different feelings, convey different things, are used for different things. And I wanted ostinato strings, and so I actually got the ostinato strings. And so yeah, Century ostinato strings from 8DIO. There's a little one-button wonder, which you can press one button and it does the ostinato strings in time with the beats per minute in your DAW, which is great, wonderful. But I wanted triplets and I didn't quite know how to do that, so I've done that manually in the MIDI in the piece, and we'll go to that in a minute. And I just love the sound of those strings because you can actually hear the bow, you can hear the occasional hit on the actual timbre of the instrument, and it's so realistic. So I'm not sponsored. Not sponsored by 8DIO at all, or anyone, but I do really, really like their products. And at the moment, everything is under $100. For example, their choirs are some of the better sampled choirs. They don't sound like a synthesizer. Some choir libraries do sound like a synthesizer, and look, trying to replicate or record the voice in a way it can be recreated for use is incredibly challenging. You can sort of have workarounds and get away with a lot of stuff. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm going to use a couple of their libraries in this piece as well. They're all under $100 at the moment, so if you do have some change and want to explore that, the link is in the description below. Their choir libraries are $400 or $500 usually, so under $100 is a bargain if you wanted to check that out. Speaking of sales and things, summer sales, if you're ever thinking about Native Instruments and Complete, now's the time. Check those out as well. There's a lot of YouTube creators talking about it, reviewing it. Sanjay C did a video this week, as well as Jeff Gibbons. I get his name wrong all the time. I'm really bad with names. I'm bad with my own name. Who are you? Who am I? It's one of those days. My voice is starting to go again. Oh, it's going to be a long hour. Anyway, let's get on with the music. If you want to go shopping, always check out the sales. It's the way to go. It's the only way to go. So have a look. But yes, upcoming streams will be, I think, looking at libraries. I personally need to learn my libraries, learn what I've got, create templates and all of that. So if you want to join me in that sort of thing, I'll be trying to create things like a hip-hop template, a classical orchestral template, a rock and roll template, and bringing in all the instruments that could be used. So I just load up the template and I've got everything there. A template, this project that I'm working on now is going to become a template for movie trailers and that sort of thing. So let's head over. Let's have a look at the movie trailers side of things and what I've done so far. We'll have a listen in a sec, and I've done some stuff. I'm not sure whether it's any good, but we're getting there. One of the things, the tacos have gone. Sorry, Roque, if you're watching this later, that the tacos are gone. But as I said, exploring libraries. I'm going to call the series, I think, keep an eye out for it. So subscribe and ring the cowbell. Let's listen to libraries. It's a bit boring, isn't it? I'll work on that maybe. But things like the taiko drums, so I'll learn how to use them properly, and let's have a bit of a play, and let's create something with a template in mind for a specific genre of music, because I think some instruments are better for certain pieces of music. So something that I learned on the Thinkspace course this week when I was feeling okay before today. Drink. Need to keep the fluids up. So, Guy Mitchellmore in the course, he suggested spend a day creating things like risers and booms and all that sort of thing. Use your instruments and libraries and samples and tweak them and change them and make them your own, and then bounce them out and then keep them as a file. Keep them all in a folder so you can just bring in the sample as you need. And I thought, oh, what a great idea. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's all about getting everything set up for a faster workflow. If you've got all your tools at hand, then it just makes the whole process really, really easy and really, really quick. So I think that's important because, you know, if you liken it to actual tools and tool shed, you don't want to have, you know, the hammer in the bedroom and the file in the bathroom and a box of nails in the living room. It's all in the tool shed. It's all at hand. You know, those big boards with all the tools laid out and drawing the shapes around. My dad used to do that. Yeah, good on you, Dad. So I think having all your tools at hand is handy. Boom, boom. I need a button. to do that. Anywho, let's have a listen to what I've got and see if it sounds okay. Let me know what you think. Here we go. So there you go. So that's it so far. We're getting there. So I've done a little bit of work, and these risers things I need to fix. They're not lined up, are they? No, they're not. They're not. I tried, but no, failed. So it's coming along. It's coming along. Technically, this was supposed to be submitted tomorrow to the QTube Discord channel community, but there's been a few of us that have gone, can we have another couple of days, please? We haven't finished it and we wanted sleep, myself included. So, yes, I was up till 2 a.m. again the other night. It's probably why I've got a sore throat and I'm not well now. I'm not getting enough sleep. Sleep is a good thing. Who knew? Dear, oh dear. So this isn't quite right. Let's go from here. That boom is just not quite right. It needs to be there. That works. That's better. All right, so when we get back into it again, we've got to do something with the strings, and I do like the brass now, so I've got actually augmented brass. Can we make that smaller? Resize window, thank you. There we go. So I've got augmented brass. I can go above my head there, and it's just a little bit, but if you, I'll get the MIDI up and you can have a look at that. I can find it and go across to there. So it's not a lot, and it's basically chord inversions. So it's just basically a D minor chord with inversions, which is handy that I'm learning that as well. So have a listen to that. As you can see, it's sort of building up in the redonkulous levels of brassiness. That's a word. works. It's just really, really cool. So I like that. It works. I'm okay with that. So yeah, this preset is Wide and Proud, which works extraordinarily well. So Augmented Brass by Arturia. Love their augmented series. So I've got all of their libraries, the augmented strings, augmented choir, augmented voices, sorry, and augmented grand piano, which sounds amazing. I love that. So I might do another piece with the augmented instruments too at some point, because they're really, really nice to work with. And the variety you get with adjusting from the sampled instruments merged and intertwined with the synthesizer part can create some amazing sounds. Very good indeed. All right. So let's look at I've got my cheat sheet here because I'm looking at my notes from the course I'm doing. So I have taken some notes. I won't show you those because that's a bit, if you're really interested in doing the course, I would highly recommend doing the course. Save up for the course. Wait till there's a sale. I think the course is an introductory price at the moment. But again, everything is on sale at some point during the year. So, save your pennies. Do the free courses. Thinkspace has got a lot of free courses too. So there's songwriting for free, music theory for free. Have a go at those first. See if you like the style. Try before you buy. All that sort of stuff. Let's look at the strings because the chords. That's right. So we're looking at D minor there. Where have we gone? We've gone to the drop. So we want to put in we've got the brass there, we've got the drop there. And then, right, so got to count when would that come in again. I think it's there. Right, I think we're going to do some triplets there in the D minor. Yeah, so I think that's D minor again. So there we go. That's D minor there. Let's make that a little bit bigger. There we go. So yeah, save. I'll save. Lots of filing and lots of saving. So we've got the D minor there. We need to do drop D minor 4 4. 1 2 3 4, and then the B flat for 3. Where would you go? 1 2 3 4. B flat for 3, and then the A minor for 2, and then we have a drop for 2. So put a thingy in here in the arranger track. Drop and reverse cymbal. Drop and reverse cymbal for those 2 bars. And then after that, we go to E minor. No, we go to, what am I doing? D minor. I'm going to move things around a bit. Bring it up to the end. So I'm going to cut a little bit out of sort of the template that I'm sort of basing this on from the course, just until I get used to it, because I'm still learning. And I think that's the good part about doing these courses, is that you're given the tools and given the ingredients to make a cake, but at the end of the day, you can make the cake from whatever you like. Put sprinkles on it instead of chocolate bits. Put some caramel and cream in the middle if you like that sort of thing. Jam and cream, change it up a bit, spice it up a bit. Whatever you wish. But the main thing is the cake. It's hard to turn cake into steak, even though they rhyme. There's a song in that. Is there? No. No, I don't think there is. See, I'm getting really... I need more medicine. All right. That's good medicine. 2 bars of that. And then reverse cymbal and stuff with things. And then let's go to here. D minor for 2. Back. D minor for 2. And then B flat major 7 1. Flat major 7. Come back. Here we go. B flat major 7 for 1. And then a C for 1. And then D minor for 2. And then So I'm still learning chord progressions. See, I was never a guitarist, and I think guitarists know chord progressions better because of the experience of playing chords all the time, and they know chord progressions because that's what songs are pretty much based on. So when it comes to melodies, I'm better at melodies than chord progressions, so I struggle a bit there. But with everything in life, it's all about practice. Doing lots of that now. Where was I up to? I don't know. And then D minor there. And then we're going to see how we go with D minor. To B flat 1.5, and A minor for 1. We're going to go there, and we're going to write in here when we go to the A minor for 1 bar of long triplets. So we want long triplets. And then E minor over G. No, D minor over F it'll be. That was silly, wasn't it? I just said that, didn't I? So it's D minor over F. There we go. D minor over F. See, I'm transposing on the fly. That's why. It's okay. More medicine. Nurse. All right. So that's where we're at so far. I don't know how it's going to go. That's only for half a bar. While we're still doing a bit of that. That's for there. And then it's a drop from there. And that is, because it's all about getting the structure right as well. And I'm new to this, so I'm going to use the sort of guidance per se of the exercise I used just to, and I'm changing this. So it's not exactly what they used. I'm sort of changing it a little bit, a lot, tiny. Well, some things. What it sounds like is completely different to what they had. Again, it's all practice, and hopefully it doesn't make your ears bleed. That's the goal. Start the expectations real low. That sort of works for me. All right. So what's next? Right, we were here. This is a drop for 2 bars. Nothing for 1.5 bars. Oh, this is just their bit of a guide. There's no right or wrong answer. It's music. You create what you want. I thought I'd give it a go. And then they've got 1.5 bars. That is the 1.5 bars. That's cool. Yep, that's right. And then it's, let's do that. No, let's not do that. Not the D minor. We want no, that is right. D minor for 2. 1, 2, and we want that to be pedal. And then here is the final. Boom. Boom. So that's kind of the structure. Kind of got something in place. Will it work? I don't know. But up to this point, we've got almost the 2 minutes that we require. So it might be a case of I might, and as I say, I don't think I'm going to get this finished tonight. So I'll be working on it tomorrow. Hopefully I'll wake up a little bit healthier tomorrow and I don't have a sore throat. But there's no guarantees in life. So hopefully I get to work on this tomorrow. And I'm feeling a little bit better, but it is heading into winter here in Australia, and it was 0.5 degrees Celsius this morning. And when I moved to Perth from Adelaide over 20 years ago, it was never that cold at night. It got down to maybe 12 degrees Celsius. So to get down to almost freezing is cold. When I moved over here, I got rid of all my winter woolies. We didn't need them. I have to go buy some. It's really sad. It's cold. Right. Mind you, I'm still sitting here in a t-shirt, aren't I? The heater is on. The heater is on, I must admit. Okay. So what I've done is I've added the UJAM's symphonic elements. Here we are. Symphonic Elements drums. And these are, look, again, one of my favourites. One of my favourite toys. I like all my toys. And these are really cool. But what I found was, if I just solo this, and I can resize it. I love things you can resize. Thank you, wonderful computer type developers. What I found, no, that's the wrong one. Go on the right track. Here we go. So what I found was that if I put MIDI into it, I played into it and then quantized it, etc., etc., and it's all wonderful. So what I'll do is I'll solo this. Have I soloed it already? I have. And just sort of follow this, because I thought once you triggered something, you could add the other things to it. And I was wondering why I wasn't hearing the drums at all, and it kept cutting out. So again, it's another highlight for me to learn how to use the instruments. So if you're interested in the drums from UJAM, take a listen to this and watch the MIDI and see the keys light up of what's being done here, because I've used a couple of hits as well as my wonderful one-hit wonders. One key wonders, love those. There's some great, which one do I use? So yeah, used a couple of different ones throughout. I had this all the way up here, and when the other drums came in, you could hear those, but not this one at all. So I have done individual drumming through here. I did remove the tacos. The tacos are gone for now, but I definitely do want to use the taiko drums in something else in the future. So I'll definitely have a much in-breadth, deeper look into those and get them working, because I think that would be amazing to have them on a track. Who knows what'll happen. Let's listen to just the drums and hear how that sounds soloed. Big sound. So that's sort of what I've done all the way through. So you can sort of hear it if you listen to it in context. They're the big hits on the other side, either side of the rises and all that sort of thing. So if we go from the beginning, we've also got boys choir there. I've also got some drones, rises and hits, another drone there, and now the drums enter. And I've got another synth there, so it's Vital synth, which is really cool. And then we need to continue with the strings here, but make them different, bring in some variety, because the strings are good, but they're a little bit boring. After a couple of bars, I'm a bit over it. So we need to do something with that. Also, I think the augmented brass. Now, we did, if you would join me on the last stream, you would have recognised this little bit from me where I discovered, along with Ray K, because he's awesome. If I can, where's it? Is it that one? There we go. There's this timey-wimey thing, if I click on the right one. Timey-wimey thing, we can adjust the timey-wimey bit, because we did for the violins. Look, timey-wimey's been adjusted. Okay, timey-wimey, for those who don't know, is a reference to Doctor Who series, television shows. I'm a bit of a Whovian. Love the music. Who guessed? So I'm thinking augmented brass might need a bit of a timey-wimey adjustment. Let's put, you can't hear the metronome and, you know, why would you? But I can, and so I've turned that on so I can make sure that the brass comes in on time. And I actually might solo that. And my voice is starting to really go now. I'm heading back to bed after this. Folks, cold and flu season is upon us down under. Australia, that is. All right. Let's listen. 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. It's slightly out. It's just a smidgen. It is just a bee's wing. Let's listen again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. Slightly, just a tiny. And I have actually, in the actual instrument, gone into advanced and actually put all the attacks really like 0. All the attacks that I could find everywhere in the A and B layers and everything. Again, learn how to use your instrument. These are such technical instruments. It's like, what? But there's knobs. There's too many knobs. Who would have thought that there could be too many knobs? But there are in a lot of things, so I'm still learning. But I think this will fix it. So let's listen again to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 2. That's better. There we go. That's tight. Very tight. So let's listen with the drums and you'll be able to hear it hopefully because I'll turn the metronome off. And if the drums are in time, then you'll be able to hear the brass as well. Yep. I can conduct, I don't know about you, I actually posted that on one of the Discord servers that I'm on. I'm on many. I hang around. Yes, I posed the question. There's a wonderful cartoon character that eats carrots from the 50s and 60s. I won't mention who they are, but they do refer to general practitioners quite a bit in the medical practitioner type people and ask what may be skyward. The great cartoon of that character as he conducts an orchestra, and it's one of my favourites growing up. And I always think of that every time I do this, and then someone walks into my studio and they're looking at me going, what are you doing? It helps. Do what helps you, do what works, because that for me, lived most of my life on stage in front of a conductor, and that is ingrained in me. And so it works. Anyway, do what works for you. That works for me. So I think that's in time now, because not all instruments are made the same. And that's the challenge, really, isn't it? We're trying to recreate something that's real when it's totally not. It's an art form in itself, really, isn't it? I mean, there's music and then there's this. When you think about it, I'm on a computer. I love computers. I started programming when I was a kid. Pencil and paper. What you did in your school holidays as a nerdy, geeky type person. But anyway. That medicine's getting better. All right. So, save. That works. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. The brass is good. The brass is good. The drones are good. The pulse is good. So that's on the Vital Synth. I'm going to do a video about that, or a live stream, whatever. There's lots of presets. You can buy packs and all the rest of it. I've done got a lot from Born to Produce. I do a lot of their courses. I've got some great Cubase courses. They've got a new one that's just come out. They basically you create a genre of song from start to finish. They've got some in any DAW, so it applies to any DAW, but they've also got Cubase and FL Studios and other DAW software specific courses, and I love their courses. Their courses are brilliant. I absolutely love their courses. They also teach Vital Synth on their website for free. So I'm interested. They've got a video on, which I think I'll do as well, is using this free synthesizer and going through and working out how to use it properly and create your own risers and all that sort of thing. I think that's worth doing, because libraries can cost a lot of money, and I think if you can master how to use a lot of these tools, you can save yourself so much money and come up with something that is different and your own. And that's what I've done with this. Basically, I turned off one of the oscillators and just played with a few knobs from another preset that was close to what I wanted, but not quite. And so and I've changed it to triplets, 1/8 triplets, and it now sounds the way I want it to. Bit Doctor Who-ish, isn't it? I won't play that. I'll get copyright claim on this one if I do. Oh, the BBC, they're tough on those things. I sang on stage with the TARDIS and the fifth Doctor, I think it was, Peter Davidson. Lovely, lovely man. And various things from Doctor Who, but yeah, the BBC had very strict things about taking photographs and anything. It was all copyrighted. So yeah, loved that. So I won't play that. But that synthesizer, the Vital Synth, is really, really cool. Very, very cool instrument. I ramble. I'm rambling. I'm definitely rambling. So what I want to do is look at the MIDI for this. That would be the way to go, wouldn't it? Yeah. So here's the MIDI. MIDI. Let's have a listen to just the strings. If I solo just all of the strings, because what I've got is I've got 5. So I've got violins 1, 2, viola, cello, bass, and as the spiccato, but then I've also got, and that's from the ostinato strings from 8DIO, which are wonderful. You can really hear the bowing. It's lovely, really, really nice. But then I've also got to blend with that. And I've also got the close mics on that, so it's more of the attack. And then Majestica, which is, again is by 8DIO, is a polyphonic instrument, and I've got them on the spiccato as well, but they're mixed mic, so you've got more of the ambient of the room sound with it, and it just makes it a bit of a fuller sound. So Majestica is a lovely library as well. Let's listen and see if we can get some variety into our strings and make them a little bit better. What I was trying to do is try and get just a lead per se of first violin, and the rest will just stay the same. So let's see what we can mess around with and what we can find. Right, so we've gotten to the boring bit already. So I think we need some variation in the last second half here, perhaps. And it just needs to be a slight variation, I think, just to keep the interest and the movement going. It does need to be quite repetitive, because if you watch movie trailers, that's the whole idea behind this music. So it's not meant to be listened to on its own. It's meant to be just heard in the background, per se, of an action-packed, thrilling movie trailer on the big screen. So that's the idea behind this music. So it just needs to be there to support it. And I like the metaphor of the baby blanket. It is just there to be the baby blanket to support and keep the baby warm. It's not my baby. The film is the baby, and we're there just to keep the baby warm and just to support it as it needs to be. Not overtake it, not be the star of the show, not to be the centre of attention in the photos. That's the baby's job. So I like that sort of analogy. Kind of works. I don't know what to do. Let me think. Creativity. Where's my muse? All right, so let's listen again, focusing on just changing a couple of notes here and there towards the end of this part. And it might be just as simple as doing that. You can see what I've done is just going up and down and then comes back down again. Pretty patterns. It's all about patterns. Music is patterns. Maths and patterns. Why can't we hear that too well? Let's listen again. Probably need to do it in the other ones as well. Let's give it a try. What could possibly go wrong? If it's not right, we'll just revert it back. So what to do? It was just that note there. I shall copy the upbeat 29 and 29. That's all it is, isn't it? Let's copy that and go down to here. If that's the same, should be. So if we go all of that, delete and paste. No, I'm thinking just no. That doesn't work. It's just no. Let's come up with something else. What else could we do? The whole lot. The whole kit and caboodle goes up an octave. That's what needs to be done. Let's give that a try. And then we can put those up an octave perhaps. Let's listen to that. That might be better. Maybe. Nope. No, I don't like that. Nope. Nope, I don't like that. I don't know what to do there. Let's think. Yeah. So that all we've done is put it up an octave. And I think that would work too if we put that up an octave. Yep. That's enough variation, I think, to do that. So 20 upbeat 2 and 29:30 and 33 put up an octave. Okay. So if we do the same for 29:30, need first violins for this one, and that would be those 2 bars, was it? Yeah, 29:30, that's right. And 33, upbeat to 33, and including 33. And look, we might have fixed it. We might have just given it enough variety for now. There'll be more weight, there will be more, but look, we're coming to the end of our hour already. What happened? Go squeak. There's other things happening there too at that time, is there? No, there's nothing else happening at that time. So we've got to do something else there. So we've got to make it a little bit more interesting. Let's take all the soloing off. Let's listen to it in context. We fixed a few things. We didn't get a lot done this hour. Such a shame, but we've planned out the rest of the piece. We've fixed a bit there, and we've listened to stuff, and we've fixed the brass, and we fixed that bit, and we fixed the drums. Look, these things take time. Yes, they do. Let's listen. Let's save it. Let's listen. And I'll say goodbye as I take another sip from my sippy cup of my medicine. Honey is good for you. And sore throats. Good. Yes, I need to stop talking. I'm losing my voice. Let's have a listen. On that happy note, thank you for joining me. If you joined me live, I didn't see anyone say hi in the chat, but that's okay. You don't have to. It's your choice. You can be quiet and just listen and enjoy. Or shake thine fist at me like I'm a cloud and yell at me for doing wrong stuff with things because I'm still learning. Either way, I'm okay. But if you wish to join me for more, and I will be putting the final version of this on the channel in the next couple of days. Hopefully I'm well enough to. That's the plan. And then next week's stream. I don't know what to do. Comment below. What would you like to hang in there, hang out with me and sort of be here for? What would interest you? Looking at different libraries, noodling about, creating songs, more orchestral stuff, more trailer music, because I'm going to be doing the trailer music course for several weeks, I would imagine. I'd like to invest a fair bit of time into it and get the most from it, even though with many of these courses you get access to them forever, which is wonderful. You can do it over and over again, like some weird Groundhog Day. There's a movie I haven't seen in a while. The old Bill Murray one, the original. Those were the days. And thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. Yes, I am getting old. Sitting here reminiscing about movies from the 80s. Yes, that was last century, as my loving children remind me. All right, on that happy note, until then and a bit more, let's have a listen to this. I'll just do it until we get to the other boomy bits. We need more strings and stuff there and then more boomy bits. But, you know, it's coming along. We're getting there. In a couple of weeks, we've done, you know, something pretty big. Yeah. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. It's not great. That's what learning's for. To learn. Take care, everyone. Hang around and listen to it, and do the like and the subscribe if you haven't already. I really do appreciate that. I am coming up to 100 videos, including live streams that I've done on this channel in the last 9 months since I've started. And I'd like to keep going on the channel. It does take time and a lot of effort, and there's a lot in the pipeline that I'm planning that is taking up horrendous amounts of time, but I'm getting there, and hopefully it will be worth the wait and worth all the effort. So I do like your patronage from just being a subscriber and liking and commenting below what things you'd like to see on this channel and hang out with me as I do stuff with things in doors and things. Let's listen to some music, shall we? Yes, I think that's the best way to go. Take care, everyone. Until next time. Until then, a bit more.